What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode. This is episode number 75, and as you can see on your screen, swapping around some stuff that you guys have asked me to change, including our hairstyle and our boots. So I went ahead and I actually moved my hairstyle to kind of something similar to what I have in real life. Let me know as well if you want me to change it to something else, and I'll do that for you guys. But for now, we also changed the boots to, I think it was pink Nike Hypervenom ones. So they look pretty cool anyways. I felt as though they look quite cool with the black kit and the, I think it's our kind of, I don't know, what's the other kit? Because I know we've got a black kit, we've got a white kit, and then is it like a pinky style kit? I don't know, I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but it kind of looks cool in the black and the other one, but I know for sure like the pink, or the white one, sorry, is kind of, you can't really see it too much, but in the pink black ones, I mean, it looks pretty good. You'll see, of course, we're using the black kit for the first game of today as we take on Celta Vigo. I felt as though the white kit was a little bit too similar to their kit as well, so I went ahead with the black kit instead. It looks pretty cool as well, in my opinion. I think the black kit is probably my second favourite behind the white, because it's just a nice change, you know. It's a massive contrast in the difference between the two kits, and I really like this kit. I think it's cool, and I think the boots look really cool in it as well. So let me know as well if you want to change the boots to something else, and I'll try and do that for you guys. But the question of today's video, as I've been starting to do kind of recently, is really kind of revolving around something with football, of course. If you watch any English football, you'll know right now that I'm not quite sure today when this video is going to go live and stuff, but if it has gone live, of course, you may already know the result of the game that's outcoming today. My team, Arsenal, of course, are playing in the semi-final of the FA Cup, taking on Manchester City. And, of course, the other game in that, I think Chelsea ran out 4-2 winners up against Spurs yesterday. So my question for you guys is, who do you think, if it hasn't already happened, is going to make that final? And who do you think is going to come out as the winner of the FA Cup? Maybe when you're watching this, of course, because I'm recording this before the game has actually happened, when you're watching this, you probably will know who's in that final. And so, in that case, yeah, it's one of them situations. I ain't too bothered about it. We'll see what happens. I mean, if my team can get there, they've got to play Chelsea. So, let me know, by the way, guys, who you think is going to win the FA Cup. Personally speaking, I would like, of course, it to be Arsenal, being the Arsenal fan that I am. Would be quite cool. But this game here, as we get off onto a different kind of tangent, as we start talking about the gameplay, take a look at that. Now, if you saw a couple of minutes ago, Celta Vigo striker Theo got through on goal and he missed a one-on-one. He just put it wide, literally one-on-one from our corner, and it was shocking. We went up the other end and curled one into the top corner. I would like to say as well, guys, these games in today's episode are on world-class difficulty. I bumped up from professional, just to see what kind of difference that made. It was interesting, I'm not going to lie to you guys. World-class is like one of the difficulties where it's kind of like, in many ways, it's weird. I think the step up from professional to world class is quite a lot, whereas the step up from world class to legendary is very minimal. So, in my opinion, legendary and world class, there's not too much in it, whereas professional and world class, there is quite a lot. So, yeah, it's kind of swings and roundabouts here. But Celta Vigo did, in fact, also hit the post before we ended this game off. So, really, guys, they should have been coming away with 3 points in this one. If you count Theo's, one-on-one chance, he's got to score it for me. And then they hit the post there. It could have been 2-1 the other way. So, a 1-0 victory to kick the episode off today so far. I count my blessings there because, honestly, that was extremely, extremely lucky. I don't know how on earth we came away with a win, but it's important that we did come away with a win, and that's exactly what happened in the opening game of today's episode. So I'm happy with that one. We got ourselves off to a good start, even though we have changed our boots. And in the past, when I've kind of changed boots, I've always taken like a little bit of time before I get to kind of score. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or if it's actually something in my mindset that's telling me because I've changed boots I'm going to play differently. But it has always kind of taken me a little bit of time before I can kind of get used, or not used because you can't really get used to playing with different boots. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Basically, when I've switched the boots in the past, I've gone on kind of a little bit of a goal drought in my first couple of games. But again, that might just be coincidence. Whereas there, we got ourselves off with the opening goal of our new boots, if you will. Like I said, if you want me to change them, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll change them down below in case you guys do want that. Leave me a comment and let me know. And you can see we're moving into the second game of today's episode. We are in the Copa de España, taking on Malaga here. And it's a very, very strong team. And I'm a bit surprised about it here because Zinedine Zidane, I was expecting him to name a little bit of a weaker side. He didn't. He went all out. He's giving Malaga the respect that they probably deserve in this Copa de España game. So I kind of didn't know what to expect from this because, as I said, we're up to world class at this stage. Celta Vigo did give us a very competitive game last time out. So potentially we could be knocked out of the Copa de España here. And it was Malaga who did have the first chance of this one. 14 minutes in, great ball, fantastic save, and then a mix-up with our defender, I think it's Varane, and also the goalkeeper, and Malaga found themselves a goal up. Honestly, guys, I was tilted. I thought, what a phenomenal save originally. It's a great ball out wide from Malaga into the centre of the area, and the man who actually wins the initial header is the one who puts the rebound in. But you have to say, you look at it here, great save there, one-handed, and then it's just an absolute stupid, just idiotic thing. Actually, it might be Marquinhos, actually, getting in the keeper's way. So, yeah, very, very frustrating way to concede the opening goal of this game, I'm not going to lie. But 25 minutes in, we look to get ourselves pretty much an instant reply. You know, still first half here, still have a lot of time to go in the game. Nice through ball, get through, and a phenomenal save again. This time, though, from the Malaga goalkeeper, denies us the 1-1 in this game. So that was my first chance there, and like I said before, you've got to make sure you're taking chances at this level. And a really good run into the area. I provided a cross. The Malaga keeper gets a hand to this one. I'm begging someone to put it into the back of the empty net. And unfortunately for us, nobody pulls the trigger and they come away with the ball. So I was a bit frustrated at this point. We went into the second half looking to try and get ourselves back on level terms. 52 minutes on the clock now. Nice passing move here. Brand gets in behind. A nice ball out wide to him. And he goes for the near post effort. And thankfully, he manages to slot that one into the back of the net. So on the 53rd minute, after a very kind of frustrating first half where we had a couple of chances but nothing really to show for it, we did get ourselves the equalising goal. So ultimately, guys, we're back level. And although we had that little bit of a mix-up at the start of the game, you know, with Marquinhos and our goalkeeper getting in each other's way after he made a phenomenal save, ultimately, I felt as though we were in control. I felt like we could go on to win this game if we could get at least one more chance and possibly even give it to me. We can go on to win the game. That's what I kind of felt. So, Brand getting us back on level terms, and we still had around 45 or so minutes to go, if you include, obviously, additional time, because we're only 6 or so minutes into this half. If you include, I guess, the additional time, we've got around 40 or 45 minutes to go. Oh, not even that, actually, sorry, because I didn't realise it was the 54th minute. But still, we've got a long way. You know, there's still a chance for at least 2 or 3 more opportunities in the game, whichever way they will fall. So, 1-1 at this stage. I'm feeling kind of confident that we could go on to win this, but again, Malaga, really to their credit, did create a really good opportunity here. 73 minutes on the clock, and had their man been more composed there, it was potentially going to be 2-1 to them, but we did have a chance ourselves. Is it going to be the 90th minute winner? Near post effort from me, well saved down by the goalkeeper from the resulting corner. Corner gets whipped in here. I didn't quite know what to do when I was just running around like a headless chicken in the area. And in the end, the keeper comes out and deals with it pretty well indeed. So we did get a 1-1 draw. Meaning, I'm pretty sure it goes to a replay, although I'm not completely 100% sure, because with the Copa de España, I don't quite know how it falls. I was expecting to go into extra time and penalties there, but it turns out there must be like some sort of replay system in place. So, to say the least, guys, I'm going to say that's very disappointing. We're into a replay against Malaga, and to give them credit where credit's due, they did give us a good game, but I felt as though, you know, quality-wise, the team that we named, we shouldn't have been getting a replay out of that one. We have to get the victory, in my opinion, but credit Malaga. They got themselves a draw. They'll go into the replay, and we have to go and play them at their ground now, so we'll see what happens once we go over there. But the final game of today's episode, guys, does come at the hands of Valencia at the Santiago Bernabeu. You can see we're top of the table by 4 points at the moment. 8 wins and a single defeat. The single defeat, of course, coming when we first joined Real Madrid in that very, very surprising 2-0 loss right at the start. But that is the team for you guys to feast your eyes upon in this one. And it actually was Varane, sorry. In the last game, making the mistake with our goalkeeper. It was not Marquinhos, it was actually Varane. I wasn't sure. You know, it's sometimes quite difficult to kind of know who the players are, especially on the little screen. I have to kind of look back on the recording and commentate over, because it's very, very small and sometimes can be quite annoying to try and see. So yeah, we're going into this game against Valencia here, top of the table. We're pretty much 4 points clear. I personally feel as though we keep up the form that we've got, we're going to be league champions. There's no doubt about that. But I didn't come to Real Madrid to only be league champions. I came here to win the Champions League, so we need to make sure we're still doing well in that. And the first chance of this one here did fall my way, actually. And I tried to bend one into the far corner, into the top bins, like I did for the opening goal of today's episode, when we did pick up the victory at the first game of today. And unfortunately, didn't quite catch that one as nice as I did for the opening goal of the episode. But 44 minutes on the clock, a very similar situation. And the thing is, you know, I looked at this and I was thinking, that's 2 finesse shots in the space of no time at all. And then I remembered, I actually have the finesse shot trait. So, in my opinion, as a defender, you've kind of got to get near somebody that does have that kind of trait. If you know that they are good at doing that, I mean, you saw me do it at the start of the episode here. You saw me go for one of them and it went into the top corner and it won us the game against Celta Vigo. I tried it again here against Valencia. I've already done one of them in this game and it was only just wide of the post. So I was kind of thinking to myself, you know, defenders really need to be closing me down. I do like to kind of come to the edge of the area, receive the ball deep and try and see what I can do from that one. And there it turned golden for us. So 1-0 up in this game against Valencia. Takes me on to 8th league goal of the campaign so far, which I do believe is certainly up there. I think we played, what, 9 games now, is it? And so to get 8 goals already is pretty sweet. I'm not quite sure if I've been part of all 9 games, but I know for sure I've got 8 league goals, so that's pretty sweet to see as well. So, to be honest with you guys, I can count that as a decent episode. 2 victories, a single draw in this episode so far. Both of the goals we scored as well, both winning goals, may I add as well. both of them being 1-0 wins in today's episode. So we were vital, you know, we got ourselves to 6 points when it looked as if we possibly maybe only would get 2. So to say the least, I'm very happy with that one. I'm sure the rest of the boys are as well. So that keeps up with the good league form we've had. We'll take on Malaga for that rematch and see what happens in that one. We've also got some Champions League games coming up as well. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, I'd appreciate a like rating. As always, thank you for your continued support on the channel. We just hit 8,000 subscribers as well, so thank you all to every single one of you who have clicked that red button to subscribe and all the stuff that you do for the channel. My new computer arrived as well, so we're hoping to have some Football Manager back and some other stuff added to the channel soon. So stay tuned, guys. I'm hoping to have a lot of stuff going on the channel. But that's it from me. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you all with another video, hopefully tonight. If not, it will definitely be tomorrow. I'll see you all then. Later. Adios.